No, yeah, that's a good idea. Extraction party.
I don't have anything to extract.
Are we melding gear?
Extracting.
Okay. Well, I guess that's something.
On our last Emerald run, I noticed that all spirit bonded.
Oh, did they all go at the same time? I think I have.
Oh crap!
All right. We should do 8-way.
When did all this get to 100%?
Hey Tam, can you do that in your 8-way?
I think you're going to be southeast. Okay.
Yeah, Tylee should be east, and
Wait,
you should be south, I think.
what do you mean? You do healers on west and east? Or... Nope.
I think either way is fine.
Do you know?
For the yeah, let's do the panels phase. I think I have the thing probably still in the boss strats channel. Let me go open that up real quick.
Do you guys just not do healers on this side and then you just move them on here for the panels and then basically? No?
So for panels, we have the white mage is south and the other healer is west. And the you will just only have to dodge like left and right and reset your panels, so you never have to move for the panels phase. And then we have the people on the east and west move to the north side to adjust for the left-right cleaves.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I usually do west to east, but yeah, I guess you just don't adjust. You just don't move for the cleave. You just go right or left.
Yeah, as long as you reset your panels before each of the cleave things, it should be fine.
Yeah, I never did it before, but it's fine. It should be fine. It's
yeah,
simple enough.
And we have healers and tanks at A for the vines, A to C myth strat, and then for the is there anything else that we have? Oh yeah, towers, tower positions. What? Just clear these really quick. I guess you're at 4.
I don't know how to move him with a mouse.
What's this for?
This is for the towers.
You click the left and right button at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's everything that requires positioning in this fight.
Also, they're always to right side.
Oh yeah, the 1-2 splits. And you guys can have markers. And assuming that the boss is at 3, which side? So I guess you're heading to the right for the wide angle.
It'll always be relative.
Is it tanks, healers rotate clockwise?
No, for wide angle.
No, for partners.
The DPS are moving for the partners. You can just stay where you're at.
Okay.
But for the wide angle and anti-air stuff, you'll be on the right side as you're running in.
Yeah, just east. East, BR. Okay. Hi. It's BR, right?
Yeah, everything should be relative to the boss. Oh yeah, the last one was the was it the back front splits? When in the last phase. Was that split 2 and 2, or was that all? Oh, that was with partners. Yeah. So, yeah, you'll be on the. Sorry, Kanata, which side were you on?
South side.
So you're
Okay.
so you'll be on the front of the boss, and then you'll be stacking with Midori. Right? Yeah, because Tyleet's in the back.
Yes, I'm in the back on that stack.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
He's still in the bathroom.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well,
So, am I going to be south or east? And do we figure that out for the initial 8 ways and so on?
whichever you prefer, Kat. Do you want to be on east or do you want to be on south for the first 8 ways?
It's whatever you want. I can adjust if you comfortable with east because that's what you always been doing. I don't mind going south and right in this.
I just moved for the tank buster. So, it's whatever.
I don't know. Whatever. I'll just go south.
Okay. Tam, I guess you're stacking with Cat.
Alright. I'm very light. You can pick me up.
There's no.
Doesn't long. You could make a macro with them for the countdown.
You can't
It-
because the delay is so long. Like, and doesn't
It's-
and it doesn't stay on your head long enough. I feel like it should stay on your head more.
Yeah, I don't know why these things need to have a like 5-second cooldown.
Cause they don't want you to spam it, you know.
Be too annoying. Just like people who, you know, like turn their emotes on and then slap each other.
Yeah, just like
They don't
revive-
they don't want you flowing the log marking someone target to ignore.
I think like if you maybe if you're doing like a performance or something like that, and then you had 5 different people or 6 different people who each were in charge of one number.
Oh, placeholder, what'd your boss say?
Oh, he's on vacation, but I talked to the guy. I'm not gonna do it. I just told him I don't have anyone to plug it in, so sorry, guy.
But
Nice. Okay.
Ah.
Sorry. Yeah, I shifted weird. Whatever, my bad.
I think we're gonna show.
Yikes.
Everyone gets a mulligan.
Red. Light. Knock back. It's west. White and pull everyone in. Left, right. Stack. Tank stuff.
Oh, really? You were not in that.
Ammo phase.
Chad, do you need help with Cloud?
Five, four, three, two, one. Look away. Donuts. Get in. Reset your panels. Reset your panels. Right panels. Get back to your original spots. Go ahead and reset. Sword. Heart of Darkness, stack with your buddies.
Stack with me. Ice.
Wait.
Back to your original panels. Reset if you get a chance. Deluge.
Aim 4.
Turning face north. Swap.
Huh. Alright, cooldown. What?
Alright, left, right. 80. And stack. And BC. Bind phase. It's got a real Halcyon Nexus vibe. Bounce back. Rotate it back. Wide angle everyone in. Careful on that one puddle. One out. Front back. And then hit to the side. And then spread.
So hard, right?
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
go to the top final. Got it. Seems before. Still come. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Donut. Ow.
Crap, I turned too slow.
I'm gonna walk without having anything.
I think you walked at night. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Alright, get on the side.
Tightly, let me reset after Midori leave this group.
Let's go.
Do it. Do it. Alright, Darkness, stack with your buddies. Want to get off your panel. Get back
west
to the
side.
thing.
Just
Just
kill
go.
it. Just kill it.
Good enough. Sloppy, but good enough. Feel free to roll on whatever you want. I'm gonna check to see what my best in slot is again.
Why I even close this?
Definitely not that one. Need one of those at some point. Tenacity crit or debt skill speed, it's like I lose either way.
He's tired, I guess.
Maybe he really had to go to the bathroom and decided not to during that 10 minutes when someone else was in the bathroom.
What?
What the fuck are these rolls?
495, 96, 97. On the
I
ring.
thought I had a pretty good roll with a 94. Turns out it was the fourth best roll.
I thought I was for sure losing like earrings and winning the ring. Behind.
Wait.
I need more ring slots.
Cats and Owl Ross should get a third ring. Or like a second bracelet.
Oh, that just should be where they wear it. Like, they don't wear it on the wrist. They're just, like, on the horns.
Gotta meld my new stuff.
You ready?
Did you get a chance to play around with Sephiroth yet? Tam?
Yes, I got him on Saturday.
Fun.
So, does this character have, like, a 3-mile reach?
Pretty much.
Pretty long. It's definitely, he's got some spicy zoning going on.
That neutral B charge move that he has can kill at 0%.
It's insane for ledge trapping. Like, I was grinding with my brother last night for a while, and we're both like sitting there scratching our heads. Like, if you time it right while they're recovering, they don't have any go to answers or options.
Yeah.
The best thing to do is to drop back down off the ledge, which then just opens it up to getting down smash tippered. It's spicy. It's really good. If you can't recover like way higher than like above him, then you're in trouble. He does some nutty stuff though when his wing comes out. Like I've super armored through Ganon's Dare with my up smash. I killed him at like 40, and I was at like 150. I'm like, this isn't right.
So I was looking through my challenges, and I noticed that I didn't do the one where you have to kill a level 3 CPU at 300%, and it's at 0. So I went on Sephiroth, and I immediately go into one wing mode, right? And I just charge up the B move, hit the Game & Watch with it at 0%, killed him.
Seems okay.
Like, way off the edge. Like, from the middle of the arena, too.
Excellent coming at me with the raid relevant stuff. I guess I also have that question though.
Trying not to interrupt, but yes. I've not really like in my. I think we can just officially adopt the policy that, you know, if we get into a raid and we, you know, fresh for a night, we can maybe play around with it. But after that, we should probably just pick a gun.
Yeah. So let's see here. There's a pretty standardized one that most people seem to be using these days.
Also, how much experience do you have in
Kachi?
Kachi is the one I keep saying.
I use Kachi up. That's the one I worked. I'll put it in if you want.
Yeah. Please. It'd be a lot easier than me trying to find it. All I found so far were I should say, all I've looked at so far are POV type guides.
Just put it wasted. This is the one I use for the that's the last phase tower, but yeah. I don't know how far you guys been.
Pretty much not very far at all. We
You got 2 Umbra orbs, yeah.
I think like orb is the last thing that we saw when we ran out of time last week. But we'll have plenty of time today. So let me just check, make sure everyone's back.
Sorry, where was the guide put?
There's one. There was a link in voice text, which is mostly for the last part of the fight. So
Yeah.
The earlier parts of the fight, there's like a pretty standardized way to do it.
Yeah, those ones are pretty like, you don't really like need a guide for those. You just yeah, that's the only part you really need a guide for. So I guess there's no other guides other than that one.
Yeah, but we can just talk about what to do in each of the mechanics up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for this fight, the tank swap, there's actually, okay, hang on a second. There were definitely waymarks for this fight that I did not steal because I don't know why I didn't steal them.
You literally, you could just put A, B, C, D on the corners for now until we get to that part. You just literally just did this, you know. I don't know, he's fat, I can't see over there, but those are the chateau parts. I don't know.
Wait, the markers are moving. I will overwrite this Okay.
What are we doing? Groups? The positions? Are we doing the same positions as before? Because I think we should. Honestly, like I feel like healer should be on west and east anyway. Because I feel like most fights, you want them like. That's why it's weird how you guys had the healer south. Because like all the fights, like Shiva and other fights, always want you like, you know, like other fights. Just like it's just so like a lot of fights in the past always. But in this one, the last one, the towers, anyway, wants them to be on west or east. So I feel like for just coherency, I should just be on east so that,
Sure.
like, yeah, so I don't get confused.
Yeah, Tylee is south on this one. Speaking of which, are you
Yeah,
ready,
when you
Tylee?
drop the
I'm
pitch
looking
fog.
at the Emger thing.
Yeah, for pitch fog, you can drop it on south.
All right.
Well, we'll figure.
That's not going to make a lot of sense until we get to that part of the fight. So let's just get some pulls in so we can talk about what's going on.
I don't remember anything, so let me see it and maybe I'll remember.
Right, Tylee? All right, I'll take that as a jump up ready. For the tank thing here, after the
Cancel. That's not a jump of ready. That's a jump of my controller is being weird.
Oh, in a pod? Well, everyone already popped shit.
Okay, now it should be fine.
After the tank swap, there's going to be the Unleash or the other one. And if it's Unleash, you need to stack with the party at south.
So Unleash is a stack.
Unleash is a stack.
Weird.
But not with the other tank, because the other tank's going to have the bomb. Explosion, get on the B side.
Away from kill. Get out.
Slash A side.
You're involved in this, right? You're involved.
Yeah. Full lighting. Now swap. Edge, stay where you're at and use a cooldown. Shadow Cleave, everyone run out. And then get in and then do the stack south and then just look at your tethered thing and run out with your marker. First one, second one, third one.
If you
And
guys
then
have
everyone
one,
go stack south. Alright, so Shadowkeeper, after that, what's going to happen is wherever you're standing, you'll drop a clone, and then after like 3 seconds, your clone does a cleave in the direction of wherever you're standing. So the typical way to solve that is have everyone stand have everyone stand south, basically on the boss's butt.
And then go north.
Yeah, and then run north through the boss.
Oh, okay, so we're
one-
not.
So this is left, so you want your shadow pointing to the right, looking at the boss. So that's
but not like, yeah, no. Yeah.
I was on the wrong side. So let's go through. Since we didn't have a lot of time to see these mechanics before, I'm just gonna talk through how I understand them. And Kat, if you hear me say something wrong, please feel free to correct me. So yeah, you have the tank stuff, which is going to be the slash or the unleash. Whichever tank was tanking needs to run out to the east or west. And then the unleash stack, everyone's going to stack south on the boss's butt with the top tank. So you need to be ready. Basically, for that whole phase, you're going to be, the whole party is going to be on the south flank of the boss. After that, you have the clones. So you're going to run out in your 8 ways and drop your clones and then run in. There's 2 ways that I've seen people do this. One is the like super uptime strat, and the other one is the like comfy strat. Like the comfy strat is you drop them pretty much just on the edge of the arena, which gives you a lot of space to maneuver. And then the stack spot's going to be somewhere like around 1, which is like on the boss's butt, and you just run out away from your shadow to not be in the stack. The tank can continue to not be in the stack if the healers are good with that, so that the boss doesn't have to keep spinning during that, but the tank can also participate. One player, which is not necessarily any particular role, will have no marks for the whole time, and they're one of the people that gets marked for the stack explosion in the first place. So they're always going to be on the 1 marker. The important thing is just making sure that that 1 marker is, or the stack is always in a consistent spot so that people know how to run out from it. And when you run out, make sure you're running away from your shadow, because if you get too close, then your shadow will cleave you. Then at the end, you'll do the Shadow Keeper thing. Since we're already stacked south of the boss, just make sure that you're tightly stacked there. And as soon as it finishes, run north to the other side of the boss, and all the cleaves should miss. If people are all scattered around, then that makes it a lot harder to dodge all of the cleaves, because the cleaves will hit anyone who's in the range, not just the person whose shadow got dropped. And that's the end of the shadows.
I have 2 questions before you go past that. 1, can other people's shadows cleave us if we get too close to them?
In the first part, in both parts, yes.
Yeah, both, all parts.
Yeah.
So if I walk up to your shadow, it will cleave me?
No.
Yeah.
Only your shadow will only cleave in the first part. The shadow will only cleave you if you get too close to it.
Wait, what
But
do you mean?
if it attacks, it will hit anyone who's in the range.
So, okay, so I
So
can
you can
walk
run
the
over
TAMs
other
and be fine.
people's. You can run over other people's shadows.
Okay. My second question: we run out of the stack when it's going to be the explosion of the number we have, yeah?
Correct.
Yeah,
So
if you have 1, you walk out of the first, because first you don't want to get hit by the first stack, and then there'll be 2, but 1s go back in, and then 2s go out, and they just keep, like, 2s go out, and then 2s go back in, and then 3 go out.
yeah, you're correct. The number that is on your shadow is the stack you are out for. So are there any other
Just
questions
make sure
on
to
that part?
run back in.
Go ahead.
So when the third goes out, third explosion goes off, are we running back out to drop our shadows out further, or just dropping them all
No.
there in the middle?
After the third explosion, everyone collapses back on 1 and make sure that you're stacked tightly south. I mean, it doesn't have to be super tight, but you just want to be south of the boss so that when everyone runs north, you everyone's running away from all the shadows that just got dropped.
Okay.
And that's the last thing that those shadows do, is they just do one cleave attack, and then they disappear and you're into the next phase.
Don't get greedy.
Someone's definitely get hit with 7 cleaves.
You get greedy. Get my last hit in. 7 cleaves to the face.
Placeholder, you got scathed on your bar?
I got Xenoglossy, it's a little better.
So then there's the thing that we had with the when the shadows go up and he's holding the sword left or right. So the 4 people that get the shadows, they're going to have little tethers on you first, so you have a little bit of heads up that you will have a shadow. Someone will call out, maybe me, I guess, will call out left or right. That's the side that the sword is up on. So you want to be basically on the boss's hitbox at max melee, directly north, south, east, or west. So, like, assuming that the boss is in the middle, you know, kind of want to be something like this. Anyone who does not have a mark will be inside the boss's hitbox. Once the timer on that runs out, you'll get rooted in place, and then as soon as the root wears off, you have like 1 second to scooch in, and then you'll be able to dodge the cleaves. So from where you're positioned looking at the boss, if the left hand is up, you want your shadow pointing right. So you, when you're first starting, like, no matter which way you rotate your character, the shadow will always be pointing towards a fixed cardinal position. Your shadow will not rotate relative to the arena. So you'll know, like, your shadow should always be perpendicular or tangent to the boss. So you know you're going to be like either on the top north side or south side if your shadow is sticking towards the B side, for instance. And then you just need to know if the sword is up on the left side, you want your shadow pointing to the right side. So if the sword is up on the left side and I have the one that's pointing towards B, I want to be on the south side. And then as soon as the root wears off, you take a step north to get out of the cleave, and then it'll cleave the 4 sides around the boss, but not inside the boss. And then it will switch who has the shadows, and then he'll do another cleave. It's not always going to be left then right or right then left. It could be left and left, it could be right and right, it could be either. So you need to check every time.
I have 2 questions. Keep it consistent. One, if I remember right, it always picks the tanks and healers and then the DPS or vice versa, right, for the first 4?
No. You'll get a tether, you'll know. Also, people could be dead.
Okay, right. And then you said you're calling the hand that he's holding it in, right?
Yeah, it'll be something like,
Okay.
Sword is left, make your shadow point right.
Okay.
Well, it's supposed to be tanks and healers or DPS, but it doesn't have an order. It could either be DPS or take DPS or tanks and healers.
Yeah, everyone should get 1.
People should be alive anyway. We kind of need people alive anyway.
It's kind of asking a lot of us.
And it's
Well-
important that we learn this part of the mechanic, because he's going to do this repeatedly throughout the fight, where you have to get to the correct side, and there's less wiggle room in time to do that the later on in the fight, because we have to do that mechanic while also doing towers with pairs, and you have to do it where the first set of people are in, and then a cleave's happening in the second set of people, and then it's going to swap into some other things. So it's like, basically, we need to get really good at knowing which side, based off of your shadow, which side to run.
Just as a confirmation, if the shadow is facing west from me, and sword is in left hand.
So you want to rotate until this shadow is pointing right, and then you want to be looking at the boss. So you would be on the north side, looking south. Your shadow would be pointing right. The left side's up, and then your wolf or whatever will spawn and will cleave the north side of the arena.
Sounds good.
All right, I think we just need to get a little bit of practice doing that particular mechanic.
This was literally as far as we saw last week, right?
Yes.
We saw the second one, yeah.
We saw both of them. We even saw orbs spawn, but we did not yet, since we were not looking at a guide at that moment, we did not know what the... Tyler, are you ready?
DPS get the... DPS and healer get the orbs.
They don't even know what the orbs do.
And you just eat it. It's proximity based. Okay, I'll explain later.
Yeah.
DPS and healers eat orbs?
So, okay, well, okay, go ahead.
There's just like 2 sets of purples, and those are the tank orbs. And they do like tank, they're like a mini tank buster, so you need to pop cooldowns for that. And then there's the DPS orbs with like 2 DPS and 1 healer, and then another 2 DPS, 1 healer.
We'll create similar to the last to 9. There will be 2 DPS and healer as a team.
Oh, we did create splits last time, right? Where you tried
Yes.
to? Yeah.
Yes, so the 2 DPS that are with you, Kanata, are going to be in the Kanata group. I guess you guys get to have your markers back at some point. Tyleet, are you ready? I guess he's still in the bathroom. Which means he didn't hear anything that we just said.
So I want to just go to the bathroom.
I don't know.
Do you guys always go to the bathroom this much?
You drink so much water.
Stay hydrated.
These are my buddies, right?
Back, and I did hear what you said, because my headset is wireless.
Oh.
What are these marks for?
The orbs, when there's
Yep.
like the 1 orb and the 3 orbs.
I mean, really, the DPS don't need to have marks on their heads, just the healers.
Okay.
Because they should be moving to you.
Oops. Oops.
Get on the side of the shadow. Get out. Get on the seaside.
See,
Edge. This is take it by yourself. Also, everyone should be stacked south for that, because it's a stack. Shadow cleave. Drop your thing at the edge. Alright, everyone in. Keep an eye on your shadow. One's out. Two's out. Three's out. Shadowkeeper, drop your thing south, and then move north. Go smash, I'm just gonna take this with cooldowns.
You gotta.
Provoke.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that hurts.
Okay, you need to stack this one.
Do you?
Yeah, I explained that. Everyone should be stacked south, and the tank runs south with the sheriff of the party, except for the tank. But just everyone else.
Sword on left.
I took that on the wrong side. So if the sword's left, you want your shadow pointing right. I think placeholder, you jump to the opposite side.
Yes.
Okay, because on the Unleash, I took it solo last time.
You actually probably did not, because it does like 500,000 damage.
I mean, I had cooldown, but yeah.
No, last time it wasn't a stack. It was.
I
you
made
just had
last week. Last week.
You can pop all your cooldowns, or you can stack.
It did work, it just did a lot of damage.
Shadow side. Ready to run out. Run out. What B side? Unleash the stack.
Yeah, stuff.
Shadow cleave, drop the thing on the bottom, or sorry, edge. Attack at one. Launch your thing. One's out. One's out. One's out. Alright, stack at one. Alright, try to reset the boss's position if you can. Shadow Serpent, if you have Tether, you'll have the first one. Make a shadow point right. Point shadow right.
You go. You gotta make a box. One has to
Place.
be on the.
Alright,
well,
there's a little tiny safe spot right here. Shadow pointing right again. Yeah, it'll make a little pinwheel shape.
Oops.
It'll make a little pinwheel shape if you're doing it
Ooh.
correctly. Like they'll all either point clockwise or they'll all point counterclockwise.
Yeah, when it's one of the sides, it's either right or left, or west or east, north or south.
Yeah, Konata, the one thing that you know that you will never do is point the shadow away from the boss. So,
Yep, big oops.
We also have to make a box. Someone wasn't on the
Shadow side?
No.
Oh, wait. Not by it. Okay, slash. Get on B side. That was one of my max HP.
Alright, you're in Pasta
Zach!
Go away, Tail! Go away! I'll take the wall.
Daring is caring, Konata.
No! Unfortunately, ACT.
You just let us go to our deaths.
Because there's no way we could have survived that.
Yeah, I usually let it hit me once since it does not. It does like 130,000, but I'll just pop a light before the first hit.
Yeah, people usually pop it before. Cool.
Get on A side. Bring them out. Now. A side.
A side.
Unleash, stack
Stack.
up. Everyone get ready to go drop your shadow anyways. Get in. Back at one. Watch for your number. One's out. 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 Stack is one. Run north. And you don't have to run like super far north, just to the other side of the hitbox. Number smash. Unleashed. Make sure you don't take this. Do not take this. Because you have a magic wand.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Shadow Servant. Wolfentuffers are going to have it first. Point your shadow right. Other side Tam. Other side Tam. No, you can't keep running. It's going to make it worse.
I thought you said right.
Is it not?
It was left.
It was
No,
right
it's
side.
right.
It was right side.
This is
We're
left
talking
side.
about the cleave, not the with your tether.
Sorry.
Oh, it's. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, sorry. My bad.
It was
Like
right.
if you was cleaving right, then mine would have been facing south, which would have cleaved off to the D side.
Yeah. I saw the sword in the wrong hand, so I called it wrong. Because I'm looking at it backwards.
But it was right.
Well, I said point your shadow right, but that is not correct. Point
Oh.
your shadow left.
I can't point my shadow. My shadow is static.
Yeah,
Well,
so I thought the shadow, like, if my shadow was pointing south right now and I'm facing north, like, I mean, obviously my facing doesn't matter. If my shadow's pointing south, I thought if he was going to slash right, it's going to slash to the east now. If my shadow is pointing south.
Yes. So
And if my shadow were
It's
pointing north, it's going to slash west.
the pointing your shadow is assuming C is the boss. You know, you run around the boss until the shadow relative to where you're facing, it should be sticking out of your body, going perpendicular to the boss.
Yeah, but you also can't be dead on the cardinal. You need to be on intercardinal.
You do not need to be on the intercom. You should be dead on a cardinal.
There will be an overlap then, unless you're slightly off.
No.
You're supposed to be pointing your cleave out towards the edge.
Yeah, yes, but if you're standing dead on a
The-
cardinal,
No.
if
Okay.
you're standing dead on a cardinal, Carrot's going to slash this entire side if it's pointing west, including the middle.
Talit. Okay.
Then
so
he's on the wrong cardinal.
Then that's why you stand on south.
if I have, let's say, my shadow is emanating from me to the north, that means my shadow is going to be facing south, and let's say the sword is in the right hand. So it'll be cleaving to the west. I will go to D so that it cleaves off to the edge.
Okay, then. That's fine.
And you don't need to be all the way on the markers. You just need to be on that side of the boss's hitbox. Assuming everyone is on the correct side, which just takes a little bit of getting used to, then inside the hitbox will be safe. Every time. So the people who do not have shadows will be inside it, and they'll be getting ready to get outside of the hitbox for the next hit. Later on, it will require being further out because there will also be other mechanics at the same time. But for that first one, so you can keep your DPS uptime, you just want to be at max melee and then run inside. Yeah.
I hate
Really
that.
tall bosses, and if you have your camera pointed too far down, you just can't see it.
Like, defaultly, I can't see it.
So, just to reiterate, so I make sure I understand this, you're calling the arm that he has his weapon in, right?
I'll try to call both. but I might call it wrong. Well, so I would like to just call point your shadows and not say that the arm that it's in, but that because it's just going to be the opposite. Unless you want, like, we
It
could
is
call out
easier
one or the other.
I'd say it's easier for me to know what arm his thing is in because I still don't understand what you mean by point your shadow anywhere because my shadow isn't moving.
Right, but you are rotating.
Right, but it's easier for
To face
if you
the
just tell
boss.
me. I know how the shadow thing works. So if I know what sword it's in, what
All right.
hand it's in.
Okay.
Oops, sorry, that was the wrong button.
How's about this? And how's about this then? If you have a shadow, whichever direction it is pointing out of you in, okay?
Well, I mean,
And
I know.
well, let me finish. Tell me if I'm getting this right, Carrot. So let's say I have the shadow that is pointing south, and it's in the right hand. I want to go clockwise 1/4 from the south and stand on his east. If it's in his left hand, I want to go counterclockwise and stand at the right. If it's in his right hand. If it's in his left hand, I want to go clockwise and stand on the west.
Correct. So,
And that would apply in all cases. So if you have the shadow pointing west, if it's in his right hand, you want to go 1/4 rotation, stand on south. If it's in his left hand, I'm not going to pull the boss and do that, but you want to go 1/4 rotation clockwise and stand on the north.
whatever helps you remember how to do it. That's not the way that I'm going to remember it, but that works.
And the shadow always faces you when it spawns, right?
Yes.
The shadow comes out of you, and
Facing.
it can come out of you from any cardinal direction.
What?
So
No, he means the big shadow when it's the wolf. Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
when it spawns, always facing you, right?
Yes, it is always facing you.
Okay, that's all I need to know to solve this
It's
mechanic.
not necessarily facing the way
Getting
you're
off.
facing, but it is looking at
Right.
you.
Okay.
it's facing in the direction your shadow is pointing.
It is facing the side of the shadow that you are on, and its back is on the side of the shadow opposite that.
Shadow side. That. Suicide. Ready to drop your shadows. Get in. Attack at 1.
Oh, that's a bunch of bull.
Your number.
Die.
1's out. It's out. Drop one. Run out. Okay, move up as soon as you get up.
Bro, you're so dead. Oh, you could just take this.
Stack.
I've got living dead. Just let me hit me.
Shadow Servants. It's on the right hand. And then run in. Next 7 people. Left hand. Going in.
Knockback.
Knockback, anti-knockback.
Oh crap!
I
Not
didn't say, or
Wow.
it's like,
Yeah, that's
like
gonna
that.
happen on that particular. Alright, here's the orbs. So these are the things sorry. They will always go to whoever's the closest. You want the tanks to take purple orbs to be the person closest to the purple orbs. Then healer and 2 DPS to be closest to each of the orange orbs. Long shadow. This is gonna be like the 4 things in a row. So DPS, keep track of the
Oh, see.
one. Alright, which side is it on?
D.
B.
I have a
Wait, is that a D or a B?
D. Oh wait, not wait. Are you taking the side? I don't know.
Okay, so we got to get way behind his front. Gotcha.
Right, there's about like a 5 yalm strip down the edge of the arena that's safe. And you also need to take the orbs by being the person closest to the orbs after going to the side. Alright, so you see the squiggle? The squiggle side's going to generate some AoEs, but then we also need to dodge this thing, implosion. So face is up, you need to get to the side with the shadow. So, but not on the side that has.
No, it's always the squiggly side, and then he'll raise his head or his tail, and you adjust to that one. You either have to go to the opposite side or stay where you are, the squiggly, and then he rotates.
Alright. So it's circle AoE, then another circle AoE. Tail, so get to the front side. And then, so B, then A, then D, then C. Get out. I don't have cooldowns for this. Or sorry, I have cooldowns, but provoke now. Can't take all 4 hits with that with the without a invuln.
Oh, you're so dead. You're so dead. Heal RB3 so soon.
You actually can,
Like,
but
do
you
it.
have
Can
to
you
pop.
do it?
You have to pop cooldowns, and we both have to heal. I've seen it.
Do it. Do it. Heal RB3. Do it.
So this is the one where we have to have pairs, and we also have to do the shadows at the same time as shadows first, and then get into your void gate. This is right hand. Oh, I was wrong.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, I swear I understand. You're standing on top of me, so one of us is wrong.
Oh, do those puddles do dots?
Yeah, they're the bleed.
Yeah, it's not a huge bleed, but it's the same as all the other ones.
It's pretty bad when you're like
So
at really
that-
low health.
That's the one where, oh yeah,
Ooh,
if you fail that, you
Doom.
get Doom.
So
Yeah,
the
you-
sequence on shadow.
It's
Tower
the
shadows?
shadow cleaves, then do you do the towers, and then you run to the safe side.
Second set is you go in and then you do the shadows at the end. So yeah.
Yeah, the order gets basically reversed.
You-
That was a lot of extra mechanics I haven't
Wait,
seen
what do
before.
you mean? In this one, the first one, you just do the shadows and the puddles at the same time. It doesn't get reversed. It's just at the same time.
Oh, it's at the same
And
time? Alright.
Yeah, and then the second one is you get into the puddle, and then it shadows. Like the puddles go off, and then you go to position
Yeah.
for the shadow. And this
Yeah,
and
the
first,
shadow.
yeah, first one goes at the same time. So yeah, you just have to adjust to your spot and take that part.
And if you don't have the shadows, you should have a north, south, east, west cardinal that you go into, which would be your inner cardinal rotate clockwise for the DPS.
And then go clockwise to the second one, I guess. Usually. Because they're gonna be at inner corner. So just go clockwise.
The shadow should also be further out in the puddle, so the other person has room to be in there when it goes off at the same time.
I mean, both people are going to run in because
Yeah.
you have to move after your group gets unrooted.
It doesn't matter when you drop the shadow.
Get out. This is sword side. Drop your shadows. Get in. Enter your number. One's out. One's out. He's out. Stack of one. Tank swap. And then we just take that fight. Last of the cooldown. Sorry. Those orbs. Shadow Servant. Sword is in left hand. Again. Next set people. Shadow left hand again. Get in. throw orbs. I'll take the north or clockwise from north. So I'll take the B orb.
Take north. You can. You don't have to be so far. What happened? You don't pop today?
I popped 2 cooldowns. That was Rampart and Heart of Stone.
No.
I had, that was 100k damage. Just not topped off or shield.
Alright, I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
Ow! Bad time to res. So for that, you usually have one.
We can
do like the little dance thing. So which side do you stand on?
Just a squiggly line, and then kind of move the tail so away from the chateau. Which is not that one. I think we'll see what that was. Yeah. And then he'll either raise his tail or
So A, then C, then D, then B.
Oops.
There's a tank swap. Use big cooldown. Alright, we have the little shadow guys, shadow servant. Left hand.
oh, you need to go on the tower.
Right now, get on the side. Buddies.
This is towers and then chateaus after. So just get in the tower. Just get in the tower. Yeah.
Alright, now get to the.
We
then
have
all
to.
dive
We didn't
to-
do the mechanic. Yeah, we didn't do mechanical. People are missing towers.
Is that what the diagram is?
No.
Oh, it's the second tower. Oh, okay. That's it.
So, my first question is, what on earth is going on there during the time where the ad is spinning around with the tether, and then the orbs are also happening at the same time? They don't look like they're happening in the safe area. So how are we supposed to handle those?
Right. Okay, so the first part of that is somebody needs to be assigned to watch the ad that gets tethered and then call out which direction is the safe direction. The direction that the tethered ad stops is the safe direction. So if it starts at C and it goes D, A, B, A, then A is the safe side.
I just did 4 of them, the turns, and
Yeah.
they're pretty much set. Like if it's B, it's gonna be either like A or C or something like that.
Right.
It's
But
pretty much set.
someone needs to know, and people might not see, so someone needs to call out which side's the safe side. Once you know which side's the safe side, then you should have basically 4 groups, where it's the healers and their buddies, and then the 2 tanks, and they need to be the ones that you're basically. The orbs are going to just fly in and yeet whoever is closest. So you need to make sure that the person eats the orb that is supposed to. So if there's
just do first from the line of facing forward or facing back. You want to? What do you want to do?
Could you explain that?
Do you want to do facing the line facing forward or back? Like if this is the safe spot is C, there's 1 orb here and there's 1 orb here, so you want like 1 over here and then 2 over here. Face of the, or you want it the opposite way. You could, because we need a sticker consent line.
Yeah, that's up to you two to figure out.
Well, there's also DPS too, because DPS has a stack.
Yeah,
too,
DPS should stack with your number.
But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So like, if it's safe spot C, I'll just go on 1. If the orbs, I'll take the first orb from the line.
As for the tank orbs, you can, depending on the configuration, you'll either be in the corner, or you'll be in between the 2 groups. So like, if a tank orb spawns at C, you need to be between the 2 healer groups and take your orb there. If an orb spawns at B, you need to take your orb over here in the corner by yourself. So they always fly towards whichever target's the closest.
The appropriate target type.
As long as you're in the line, it should be fine.
It's not even a target type, it's just whoever's closest.
Yeah, it's
So-
proximity.
Yeah, if a DPS is the closest person to a tank orb, that DPS is going to take the tank orb.
Also, if you move at the same time it goes off, you can eat both. It's not fun.
If let's say that this side is the safe strip, right? So if the tank orbs are spawning at A and C, how the fuck are you guys supposed to bait that?
Well, there will be 1 tank orb at C, and then there will be another tank orb somewhere else.
Is it not at A?
It's not necessarily. No, I don't think they spawn in the 4 corners. They spawn in other places. I don't have a chart to show where, but let me look in this video. That's the tethers.
I think there's 2 set ones. They could be like, they're like really close towards each other. I think it's up top, and then there's also 1 like spread out. Like,
okay, so there's like special. There's like 2 random formations that can happen during the.
Yeah, basically just look at and pick the whatever group you're at. Yeah.
So hopefully, I can just figure it out on the fly then. If that's
Honestly,
like that.
honestly you can. You just basically just look at the orbs while once the safe spots, you just look at where the orbs are spawning, and then
And for the when the squiggly lines and the straight lines come out, so which squiggly one is going to depend on what type of mechanic he's doing, right?
yeah, you go and just go and add the squiggly line, and then he'll either raise his head or his tail, and then you do whatever was from earlier. Like if he raises his head, it's towards the chateau and stuff.
So we will probably still have to be in the middle to adjust. Okay.
Right. So the squiggle lines are going to be or I should say the straight lines. The wolves tethered to the straight lines are the ones that do the giant circles. So you start standing on the squiggle, and then
you rotate.
it will rotate 90 degrees. Will be the safe spot for the next one, but you also need to be on the correct side of the boss. So there will be 1 safe spot. But also the boss doesn't kill you if he hits it with a cleave, so it's better to not be in a circle. Just don't be in both. It does do a damage down, so don't assume that you're just going to eat it as the way to solve the mechanic.
Shame debuff.
Shame
Okay.
debuff, yes.
So
That's how you get DPS to care about mechanics. Is you hurt their parses.
Being dead hurts quite a lot. So, okay. And then the last mechanic. What was that? What was that last mechanic?
Let's see here. So there's the thing with the squiggles. There's the thing where the boss does forward or back cleave 4 times in a row. Then there's the towers. So you have the towers and the shadows at the same time.
That's at the end. But there's Humism, there's attackers, and healers and tanks should go north and DPS go south. And then that's orbs at the same time with tethers and squiggly line.
We didn't get that far yet, did we?
No, but that's what's after what you said.
Okay.
I don't know, you're saying what's after. Because you explained it everything.
The last thing that we saw were the towers. The first towers are on the cardinals, and the second towers are intercardinals. And are we doing absolute positioning for the second set of towers, or are we just taking the same, or wherever you were standing and rotate? I mean, there's enough time to move to absolute positions. Because the people who, the first set of people who had the shadows, you don't get to choose which tower you stand in. It's whichever tower the shadow says that you have to stand in. But for the second set of towers, those people we can either do it where those people rotate clockwise, one set of towers, or we can do it where you always go to the same tower based on the position of the arena. Which do you prefer?
Alright, just do.
How much time between the time the second towers goes off and the shadows, the cleaves?
Second tower, there's just like no time. You have to like do as soon as the city goes down, you have to go to the position for the shadows, and then you go in after. You have to be there like fast.
So we can't just rotate then, right? Because if I just rotate, but my shadow's supposed to be in the north, whatever.
Well,
no, you have time to get.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. How much time do I have to get to the position?
You do have time, but like you don't like if you want to like I don't know, DPS. There's like.
Oh, I'm a bard.
Let me explain that just real quick. So let's assume that tanks and healers get the shadows first. The tanks and healers are going to stand in a tower based on where your shadow is.
Right.
The DPS are going to stand in a tower based off of your 8-way position. Then for the second set of towers, the DPS don't get to decide which tower they stand in. They go to the tower with their shadow. But the question is, where do the tanks and healers go?
Okay.
So if the tanks and healers took the shadow first, they can just rotate one tower over. And then the DPS do whatever their shadows are. But that order could be switched. If it's DPS first, then you have to do your towers based off of where your shadow is. And the tanks and healers go to absolute positions. And then
you just do clockwise, and depending on which one it is, just look at clockwise.
Yeah, I think clockwise is the easier one. So whoever has shadows first, you just move 1/8 of a turn to the clockwise to get into the next set of towers. But whoever has the first set of towers, you just go into based on your A, B, C, D, whichever one you normally go into.
I have a quick sequencing question. Does the second shadow go off at the same time as the tower, or does it go before the second tower?
It was after the second tower.
So it goes shadow, tower, tower, shadow?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I'm goodish.
Here, I'm going to post just in the Raid Strats channel a video that you can just look at. This is not necessarily the one doing the same strat for the rest of it, but you can at least see all the towers from a POV.
I missed the squiggle / line part. We stand on the swivel, and then what causes us to rotate to the other side, or not?
whether okay, so the straight lines go first, and while those are going out, I think he does a facing forward or backward shadow.
Mm-hmm.
So he does a half arena cleave before the first two go out, I believe.
It's like at the same time.
It's about the same time, but it's yeah, the two of the corners will explode, and then the other two corners will explode. So the place that was safe the first time is going to be deadly the second time, and then also half the arena is going to get cleaved. So
the half arena cleave his mouth or tail again?
Yes.
That's all I need to know.
So, to answer your question, Salenta, if you're southwest normally, then if you're southwest normally and you do not get the first shadow, you'll go to D.
Is it always Cardinals first?
It's always Cardinals first.
Doesn't change anything, but
Tippy toes.
Okay, get out.
The markers might be a trap.
Not
B.
inside. By himself. Rage drop your shadows. Move out. It only picks your shadow location at the end of the cast, so you can use that to get as much uptime as you need as long as you don't. That's all. Comes out. Comes out after this. Up. Shopkeeper stacking one. Run down. Swap. Right. I think it's right. I got it wrong. I got it wrong.
Hey, two people got it wrong.
But you're like, good. I was like, what? I guess I'll go over.
I was stressing you as well. I'm like, oh, if they're moving, then I must be wrong. We'll just.
Well, actually, I wasn't moving. You were moving towards me. I was like, I don't think this. And then you're like, I'm like, I guess. Like, I don't think I'm wrong, but.
Never trust me. I'm gonna be wrong every time.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Start by dominant.
Just remember, Lalos have hearts full of betrayal.
I have a heart of stone and a heart of light.
I have a heart of greed.
Get out. Sword side. Stack. Drop your shadow. Get in.
That's awkward.
Alright, just stay away from this one's shadow. One's out. Out. I ran.
No problem.
Probably.
No mana word? Oh, sorry. Ooh, that's gonna be awkward. I wonder who that's on. Oh, it's gonna go on all the DPS.
People.
Sorry.
Big sword.
Yeah, it locks into position pretty quickly, so you need to be careful there.
Yeah, locks in the position at the time the bar finishes. So, conversely, as soon as you see the bar finish, you can dash in. Even before the animation goes off.
I did like that it picked like the middle of my backwards jump.
Backside. Side. By itself. Ready to drop your shadows. Get in. Back to one. One's out. Two's out. Three's out. Back at one. walk. Servants on DPS first. Sword is right. Sword is left. Knock that. Orbs. I got 8 orb.
Yeah, we should just go on, like, go on B or, like, closer, so it gets hit by, so we get the other guy, the melee guy. We don't have to move on.
C.
E.
B. Yeah,
Woo! Wait, what?
B. You were too close.
Oh, it's too close.
You
Yeah.
didn't take the, yeah, you take the tank one.
Why'd we
You
die?
also pop, you do have pop cooldown, so you pop cooldown.
We didn't have a tank on our side, Salanta. I feel like we were supposed to.
But yeah, so in that case I was north, but you were technically closer to the tank orb. So I did not get an orb. And there was another tank orb to the south.
Yeah, you guys should probably figure out which orb you're gonna pick. You guys know which orb.
Like in that case, if the tank orbs are at north and south, because I'm tanking at that moment, I'll always try to take the north orb. If the orbs are east and west, I'll try to take the west orb.
Okay.
Yeah, our group, I think, took a tank orb and a DPS orb.
So,
Also, on those 3 that spawned, the 3 sets were at D and B that time, right? Kanata?
For the first set of 3 and 1 orbs?
Yeah, it was at D and B for the 3 orbs, right?
Yes.
So, am I correct to rotate to D in that spot? I guess I am, right?
Wait, aren't you still... Wait,
Okay.
you're in my group, right?
Yeah, so I guess I go to D. Okay. I'm just making sure I went to the right spot.
I'm ready.
okay.
If it was north and south, which way would you have gone, Kanata?
Just whichever one we're closer to, because we have... Yeah, sorry.
I'm trying to...
Because it could be like north and west, and it could be like north and...
Don't you have a minute?
Right.
If it's north and west, I'll take B. If north and east, I'll take A.
I've got a marker on his head. What do you want?
Just been, yeah, whatever.
shadow side. Out.
See.
Impulse? What happened?
Pushed it.
Cannonball.
Wipe? Can we wipe?
Not with.
I don't want to. I don't want to do
No live either.
this.
9 minutes. We got time for like 6 more pulls.
Inside.
Oh no! Didn't go far enough.
Out.
B.
Inside. By itself. Drop shadows. Back at 1. 1 out. Out. He's out. That's 1. Back. Get some healers first. Left. Yes. Right. Knockback? Or is that now? So he switches back.
Wait, no, that's not. Not now.
I've got B. Got it. I'm gonna watch for the orbs, so I'm safe side.
See.
Tanks both in. Tanks on. Sorry.
Black.
What?
Someone is there. There's only one person over by us. The other partner. It's the black one.
Cam hugged Kanata.
I didn't move far enough out. It was me.
Who goes first?
You don't know which one.
Towards Shadow. So other side. And then low 2. I think you do the area.
Do you have super carrot?
No, it's not gonna be up until like a couple after.
Okay.
See.
Oh, it's, yeah. This is all towards Shadow, so just walk towards. Yeah.
What's the cooldown on your undead?
99 seconds. I'll just sack cooldown.
Go out.
Oh no.
Or that,
Okay.
or that hurt. Oh, hello.
Thank you, Gage.
We're gonna have to.
I got everything up.
Nation.
Stack.
Stack, but
Stack. Yes. Oh, did you stack too?
He took one stack.
Sorry? Right side. But he's kind of like not even. But whatever.
Ow.
let's stop out and take a quick break.
So, whoever's stacking cooldowns for that third buster, do we want to just try and take all 4 slashes?
You have
Yeah,
Because-
because it's the last hit that applies the vuln.
No, all 4
Magic
hits
ball.
apply the magic.
5.
Okay, so yeah, it'll have. Just need to have heals for that. The question that I have is, I know if you have a warrior and another tank, the warrior wants to tank first because you will have
Yes.
Gang back up for the third one. I do not know if Dark Knight, if Living Dead will be up for the third one if you tank first, but we should try that out and see.
So, I have 5-minute cooldown. What's yours? 6?
Yeah, the cooldowns are 4, 5, 6, and 7 minutes. So like Paladin is right out, but it's somewhere
Yeah.
between 4 and maybe 5. I don't know. I don't know how far into the fight the second one is.
Okay, then I guess I'll tank first.
What? Yeah, you shouldn't have inbound for all. You shouldn't have it. You have to just heal through one of them, basically, is what I say.
Alright, anyway, BRB.
So, since I have a second, I can look at this diagram right now. Does this come like right after parts where we've seen, or is this like a long time after where we've seen?
Oh yeah, Solente, you want to know what the final result of the thing with placeholders power situation was? Minus him saying can't do it, sorry.
Sure.
Building's wired wrong.
Out of my hands.
So he's like, it's 480, and he shows me a picture of the plug. I'm like, that makes no sense. It's only rated for that amount. So, by process of elimination, I concluded that the person who installed the electrical panel saw a 4-pole 3-phase cord that needed a plug and didn't bother to match the voltage, and so he put a NEMA L1530 plug on what should be a NEMA L1630. And so if you plugged anything with an L1530 plug into that, it would fry it, and you can't physically put an L1630 plug into it.
Out of my hands.
So you put like a sign that says like, "Don't touch this, don't look at it, just ignore this plug."
Actually, I tucked it away. I put some duct tape over it, and I'm just gonna leave it there forever.
Or you do what the AV industry does, which is that when something is broken or doesn't work, you wrap it in tape, and you take out a marker and you write NFG on it, and then don't tell anyone.
At least that's a better industry practice than what programmers would do, which is just to completely ignore it. No comment, nothing. You're like, oh, that's broken. Okay.
Oh, I had an asshole unhook a live 200 amp distro, which was on, not tell anyone, and just leave the tails live on the floor with a little bit of gaff tape wrapped on them. Like, not even enough to actually block the current if you picked it up and got your finger too close. Why? Why is it a thing? Why?
It was a fun job.
Huh?
Had to send Talia a picture of everything I had to do at work today.
You realize you actually got lower capacity there because it wasn't insulated, right?
I just needed lower resistance. The wires I had was too high. I couldn't. The unit has a failsafe in it that would not let it go over 20 amps if the resistance was too high, so I had to use raw copper, and that was all I had. So I just kind of worked it. It's the job.
Okay.
You want to share the picture? Is it that bad?
I mean, without
Um,
context, I'm not gonna get it, but sure.
If you're a little bit familiar with power, you might see the great issue, but my favorite part is the fact that you have the wires crossing over each other.
It's an optical illusion.
Sure.
Anyway, Tyler, you pull first.
Ah, yes. Oh, you run your macro. I don't have a 12-second dingy thing for placeholder.
getting anxiety looking at that picture.
It gets the job done, man.
Oh yeah, quickly. You can just stay at C. You don't have to go to D.
Is that much different?
I guess not really. Makes you in range of that size.
Shadow
Is
side.
that
Ooh, stay mad.
I'm very upset about it.
Just stay at C.
Out.
It's fine.
A?
A side.
If you stack here, right?
Just gonna stack on the boss's butt.
I'm gonna stack with this dude.
Oh, that's fucked up. I completely forgot I had to go south there.
Alright,
Oh no!
all my friends are dead.
Alright, remember, I'm going south now.
Yeah, and if you could not charge to pull the boss so we can get him in the middle. Or I guess lunge. Stick this thing back in place.
I went from one class that can't lunge before a pole to another class that can't lunge before a pole.
Why don't you just go borrow some kinky? Be like, I'm good for it.
I wish I could do that.
Kinky debt.
I don't remember this tower being in Lakeland.
D side. Sword side.
What's that?
Get out. One's out. Two's out. Three's out. Four's out. Everyone stacks out. Back up. Tanks and healers first. Left side. Left side. I guess I have the boss. I'll take one at A.
You can just stand over here about the.
Okay, but no one was at the other set, so
Oh yeah. Healers and markers too.
both healers can't stand at the same set of orbs.
Looking at B. A.
I got them with this orb. Or, sorry, I have
Oh,
There's
you're on
tank one at B.
oh, I didn't go to the safe spot first. Yeah.
Googles. Shadow side. I'm sorry. Opposite side, right? Opposite side. Then rotate. Then we walk into the wall.
I am the last one alive. Reminder for this wiggly thing, stand in the middle until we know which side is safe.
Oh yeah, healer mark.
And maybe you guys should decide like a priority system or something.
Nah,
Okay.
that's fine. I would go on east. I'm sorry. I just used to west because I usually do west for everything.
With the markers, it will be more clear. So,
Here,
also, yes, I do like that idea though of standing in melee. So we'll stand on the right side, but don't
Yeah.
don't go all the way out to the
You
threes.
don't have to go.
Makes sense.
you're pulling.
Yes.
Myself. Yes, first. Left side.
Scooch in, scooch in, scooch in.
Scooch in,
Scooch in,
scooch to the
scooch in.
side. Left side again.
This can't be quick. Okay.
Chin again.
So we...
Knock back. Take the E orb.
Starting at B. C.
Okay, see? Okay.
There's a tank orb over here. By D. No one. Okay.
Squiggles. Get
Towards
to
the
A
shadow.
side. Take. Away from the shadow. Staying on the side away from the shadow.
That's sneaky.
Oh.
Oh, still away. Careful.
What's your timer on Living Dead?
20 seconds.
Out.
Close.
Out.
No.
No, it shouldn't be up. You should just have to cool down and heal through this. It should. Oh, the only person who could do this is Warrior.
That's unfortunate.
Reposition the boss.
Don't look at me.
48. DPS first. Right.
You have to go in. No matter where. You go in.
Who's next? Left.
Inside towers and then shadows.
We doomed.
It's in shadow, in towers, and then shadows.
How big is the? How much time is there between those two?
You have time. You just have to look at see which position it is while the towers while it's dropping. You have time to see where you have to go, and then just run after, once the tower's done, just run to the position, because you know where it is, because you thought about where you have to go. Why the tower thingy.
I guess I'm asking because I'm concerned about whether or not I can run all the way across the boss in that time.
Yes.
You can, yeah, you can.
Okay, so the order for that is whoever has the first shadows, you go to the towers. Everyone else goes based on your position. Then everybody runs, or everyone rotates clockwise, regardless of who's getting the shadow next. Everyone rotates one clockwise. After those towers finish, then the people with the shadows run to the correct side of the boss to drop the shadows after the towers have finished.
If there's time, yep, let's do it.
All right.
So you want to go back to pooling or me pool still?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll go back to pulling. I've got the countdown anyway. I've got my rotation figured out mostly. Shadow side. Out.
Oh, God damn it. I fucking knew that was going to happen.
Rusty
Next
side.
time.
Drop the shadows. One's out. It's out. It's out. Back. Comes first. Left side. Yes. Right side. Next will be knockback signatures.
Knock back.
Got the able.
Sitting at C.
Let's try to get these orbs as good as we can.
B.
I'll get the south orb.
Oops, I screwed up. Oops!
Yeah, you need to get there sooner.
Wait,
Yeah.
this stack doesn't look right either.
Yeah, the tank needs to be more towards the right.
So, I don't know if this is a thing, but I think they do one full rotation and then they'll either go one more or they'll head back.
That's
Yeah.
seems to be the case.
So if it's at B, it will always end up at A or C. But you need to know which one's going to be, and it's like, if they double back, it will be to the left of where it started. Otherwise, it'll be to the right of where it started. Well, I guess they could be going the other direction. So anyway, at least you can roll out, if they start at B, it will never be at B or D.
Not that that helps a whole lot, but
Sure. Still needs. I need to really find out what the correct placement to stand is for that, because just getting to the safe side is challenging. Getting to the safe side and also getting to the spot to intercept the orb and also not overlap a healer is 3 layers of challenging.
I have
Honestly, you shouldn't you shouldn't overlap a hero. All you have to do is be line of the thingy, look for your orbits, and then just go to the safe spot, and then go to the Horizontal or whatever other. And we should be in the spot anyway. And if as long as you're in the line, you'll eat the orb. Yeah, but you don't need to worry about as long as you're in like lined-ish with it.
D. Run out. A side.
Do you need me to stop for this?
We do not need to stop this.
We don't know until he starts looking.
Ever.
Yeah, you're fine
No.
just not stacking up.
I thought so. Okay. I tested it last time.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's
like-
like for the Shadow Cleave.
You actually have a lot of movement.
Get out. Get in. One's out. He's out. He's out. Back south. Run now. Swap.
Stack.
Healers first. Left side. Get it. Got B. Wiggles. Sorry, not squiggles, dancing.
Starting at B.
I'm taking the D side for
C.
Yeah.
Well, he said he really take always the north side of his tank, right? So you would have the first one. So you would have to just take the second one, the one all the way in the whatever the one on the top.
Yeah.
So just yeah. So just take so always take the starter one, you know, and you know.
AD side.
Worst and
Taped. On the shadow.
It's fine. If you get hit by the chateau, just stay where you are, because you were in the right spot.
Yeah. When to do monsters this one? Oh, not me, not me.
All right, boss is at 50% almost.
We'll get one. Healers first. Right side. And then rotate clockwise. And then see where you need to go after the towers.
Yeah, tower first.
It's left side.
No shadows.
Everyone else under.
Ah, shit, I didn't
And
make
then
it.
someone go on.
Alright, here's a new thing. I don't know what to do with these.
Just go position. Just go where your position are usually. Don't eat those ones. That's the first one. You're not supposed to eat it. Oh, knock back, knock back, knock back.
Oh, jeez. What? Oh, right.
Tail side.
Oh, is it a what?
Oops.
Oh, it's...
Shackled apart.
This is what tank stars go north and then ones, but it's simply like
Apart, right.
but not everyone's not alive.
Oh, and then we're gonna do this thing with orbs.
Yeah.
orbs are taking forever to go. So the orbs happen after the 2 circles. Alright, well, I think that is some good prog, so let's end on a high note.
Yeah. Well, that's fairly productive, actually.
Anyway, thank you very much for coming, Kat. What did you have any questions or anything you wanted to ask us?
No.
Cool. Alright, well, anyway.
Good night for people who have to go.
Yeah, I have work in 8 hours.
Okay, bye.
Alright,
Good
have a
night.
good one. Okay, so first off, were there any thoughts? Also, I'm going to put us into PF so that we can get the other person who was coming, Clyde.
I missed the part where they said how far they got.
She cleared 10 last week at the end of the week.
Okay.
So she's already cleared this fight.
What are we doing and how long do we expect it to take?
So there's someone else. I would like to get them in just to see if they're a good culture fit. And just do like, since we don't want to spend a lot of time like trying to like figure out prog, go into Titan, since that's Konal was saying how good that is as a trial for testing healers.
That's so funny. I just said, as long as it's not Titan.
Ha ha ha.
Do we have to like go talk to the fox and unlock it?
No, you should have it unlocked, especially if you've already done Shiva. There's nothing to unlock here. So let me just. People who needed to leave have already stepped out. Did anyone have any thoughts or whatever they want to get out about Cat before someone else joins?
So ACT unfortunately is not updated, so I don't have logs.
Sorry, could you do that without jumping? Because I can only hear your clicking spacebar.
Alright. So ACT has not been updated, so we don't actually have logs from the last fight. But judging from just watching people doing casts and stuff, it seems pretty good.
Yeah. I'm pretty impressed, actually.
Like, there was a lot of things where just like, huh, we're about to die, and then like
We didn't.
we didn't. Yeah, it was like, huh. Oh, it was just like 4 or 5 people dead, and then we're just like, just res them up. Just keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice when 4 or 5 people are dead and you look up and they're not casting glare.
I had that section where it was just the 2 tanks and the 2 healers, and then we got everyone. Well, at that point, I think we're a little screwed, but we got to the next mechanic despite basically chain resin for the past like 2 minutes. That was pretty cool.
I will certainly admit that when I'm on White Mage, if I am not sure what to do, I'm casting glare. But yeah. No, she knew her shit, and she seemed good at executing it, and wasn't like overbearing in either like personality or like knowledge wise.
I couldn't hear her half the time. Like I had her turned up, but
She's at 200% for me.
yeah, and she was still liking. I think she was mumbling a little bit. Maybe that's why. Or she would just trail off, and I'm like, "What was the last thing?" Like, because it seemed important.
But she
Okay.
wasn't noticeably drunk or high.
Which is good.
Wow, what a good bar.
I'm gonna invite this other person to the Discord real quick.
Okay.
So, if you have anything else to say, put it in the static only channel, or we could talk about it tomorrow before raid.
Sounds good. Should also PF for the last deep spot.
Yeah, unless one of you guys knows someone who really wants to come do this on DPS.
Is if you're on.
It's like
late o'clock. But it's like
so late it's almost early.
it doesn't
It's
get
like
up that
early
early.
o'clock.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everybody doing this fine evening?
Doing all right. Thank you for coming at a weird time.
Oh yeah, no worries.
I must say that recruiting is not a thing that I am particularly like super excited about because it's always very uncertain. But I do appreciate the time that you're taking out to do this stuff. I already threw us back up in Party Finder as a clear party. Just doing Titan Unreal.
Gotcha.
Maybe someone will join. If you know a DPS that wants to join, by all means, just send them this way. But in the meantime, do you have any questions you want to ask us? I know that we didn't have a whole lot of time to talk before this.
Yeah, are you guys also interested in you didn't mention in the post, but you guys interested in ultimates as well?
Yeah, actually, that's a thing that we were working on T before the patch came out, and we'd like to get back in there and clear it. So that's kind of our primary thing is we would like to clear ultimates, and Savages, you know, should be something that we get done pretty efficiently so that we can get back to it.
Mm-hmm. I have for my static I was playing before this, I do have experience in T. We actually made it to the end of Living Liquid, and we're just starting BJCC. But my experience on that is on Black Mage. But I'm pretty sure I could adjust. It's not all that different for healer.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, we just got to the end of Brute Justice phase, so
You're a little
it's
bit
hard to say where that is, relatively speaking.
Right before it gets good.
Certainly when the music change happens.
Before they gacha.
It's definitely convenient you guys aren't doing Uwu. Not that I wouldn't mind re-clearing it, because I still need like 4 or 5 more totems to round out all my classes.
Yeah, we like two iterations ago, or patch or whatever ago, we were doing durability of one of my pieces is noticeably low. We were doing UCOB, but we did not get any time in Uwu.
Yeah, being honest, I would put us at just barely above the threshold of able to make progress in those fights. They're tough.
Oh, for sure.
But just put a lot of time in it. Eventually make progress.
It is definitely a battle of endurance. The farther you get in with each group, because you'll just be dying over and over again for weeks on end. You know, it could take like 100+ hours to clear an ultimate.
Cool. How much do you remember about this fight?
Not much, but I did watch a couple videos and I was reviewing before I jumped in. A lot of it just seems like bait and spreads. And if somebody's doing callouts, I should be fine.
Let's see here. Stack at 1. Healer goes to B. Pick up the ads and kill the ads at C. And kill.
And then something about going south whenever you get goal as healer, right?
Yeah, you're gonna go to the B marker. And you want, everyone wants to try to stack up tightly on the one marker before that thing goes off. Come on.
So tank buster into tumult.
That's not good.
Oh, that's a swap. That's right.
It's
Okay.
swap at 2. So I shouldn't be dying on the first hit. Like I'll be using like a light cooldown for when I have 0 stacks, and heavy cooldowns for when I have 1 stack.
Our casting time.
Alright, so this is healer goes to B.
Yeah, this many people dead.
Big warm up round.
In that case, you save the healer.
Okay, so those tanks busters are nasty.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is basically tuned about to Min-9 level, maybe a little bit more.
Feels like I-90.
Yeah, roughly I-90. It's just not I-70.
Nope, it's just as rough as it was. This is pretty exciting.
Puddles, and then it's going to be the first time. I got some fun this time. And DPS is any good at all, we will not get the second mount buster on this phase. This slops at 85.
Oh, okay.
This little square is safe. And then my stacks will fall off for the second mountain buster. After this landslide. Actually, after the rock. Whoop.
Oh, got it.
Oops.
Bleeded. Buffer.
That'd be a problem.
Knockback.
Oh, hey. It's actually okay.
Don't break the rocks on. That's fine. Like it's hard to over DPS them at this high level.
No, I just thought they were.
Tank buster after this.
We're gonna land first, I think. Then immediately not much.
This is the swap.
Oh, you bet. I got quick cast for him. Or is this like
No,
the
he's
OG
just,
camp? Oh, you're just fucked.
Well,
Big rip.
Alright, now we go to the safe side.
just bait. First.
Load.
What?
You jumped off.
No, he hit me with landslide. Is that a 5-way and I just didn't see it because it's close to the edge?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a 5-way at this point, but yeah, it will be a 5-way.
When are we getting knocked back to?
It's only a 3-way at this point.
Weird.
I'm sad. Tumble plus weight.
Oh, I should be able to get everybody good.
Puddles.
I did have to use quick cast to keep us alive there.
No worries. Outbuster. Oof.
That's the thing with these fights.
Oh yeah, no. As soon as someone died, it was a wipe. As soon as the tank died, it was definitely a wipe. But trying to get the sequence of the Mount Busters is actually the what I think is only the only hard part.
Yeah, it seems to be mechanic, Mount Buster mechanic.
See, we're the ones making it look like a trap bar, don't worry about it. You still pass the DPS check.
Oh, just barely got that off. God damn.
You need a resident landslide on something.
We're good.
Oh, Mountain Buster.
Move up, placeholder.
Buster.
Got quick cast in a couple seconds.
Then wait, but not Buster. Guess that works.
Swap. Alright, the next Mountain Buster is going to be when the rocks fall down. Beat the landslide. Next Mount Buster's coming soon. Need some big cooldowns.
Oh. Yeah, quick cast in 8.
Zomps. Buster after these waits. Jumps in. Good. Alright, so current tank keeps it. He stacks the fall off. And he does not do Mountain Busters in this phase, he just does punches. And the punches just kinda hurt. landslide, and then you get into the middle. And then you get into wherever the first rock that explodes. And just heal up here. Heal up, heal up, heal up. Don't move from that location. That's wherever you ran away to. Alright, pick up the ads. Alright, took that raw. And then we stand on the second bomb, dodge the wave, get back onto the spawn second, now we rotate. Now we swap. So actually, I can use cooldowns until those ads need to die very quickly. You can actually...
Yeah, we all do too. That's
Got nothing left.
If you're a live placeholder, you should LB the ads.
No, you need to save the LB
Really?
for the second set of ads. Because you'll have LB3 for the second set of ads.
But it takes too long. You'll die.
No, I just whoever's tanking the boss at that point just needs to have cooldown. You can't get to the third Mountain Buster, and if you do, you need to invuln it. But you will have 2, which means the auto attacks are going to be pretty hard, hitting pretty hard.
So basically, we need to get those ads down faster.
Yeah, the first ads you can kill pretty quickly if you just save cooldowns and stuff like that. I don't know what DPS stuff Ast has. Like when I was doing it on Light Mage, I was using Size and Holy and a Flautus and stuff like that. But I guess the Star advantage.
Yeah.
Puddles, then Buster.
Payback for Star.
What's next? No, Cage and then Mountain Buster. Stomp. If you get broken out, immediately pop Surecast, and you'll survive a landslide, or even a drop kick if you're in the wrong spot. There's the Buster after this. I just used my defensive wrong. After the puddles. It's the rocks next. Landslide or Mountain Duster. Landslide. Rocks explode. Busters after the healer thing. Mountain Buster. People. Jump soon. Some stomps. Jump. Okay, you're safe. That's what upheaval. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Puddles. Bomb circle coming up. Landslide, and then get to the middle. Run to the middle, then run to the edge where the first bomb explodes. Run out until after the explodes. Add spawn, then a mountain buster. Kill the ads quickly. Landslide, and then get to the safe rock. Get to the other rock. Landslide, mountain buster. Pull the boss to A, and then run along the side of the arena. There you go. Jails. Upheaval. Thanks.
Yeah,
Break them out.
that was
Break them
bad.
out. Oh, that is too bad.
Got murdered. I can definitely see how this is hell in PF.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Like the Shiva one was kind of sleeper compared to this.
Yeah, because the Shiva one you can pretty much recover from any number of deaths as long as you have enough DPS to carry.
So is the Mountain Buster after the pools, after the puddles every time, basically?
Not always after the puddles, but it's often after the puddles.
And that's good enough, because I can throw out Blackest Night and stuff.
It's like right after when it feels like it's about to happen.
Oh.
It hit me hard lately.
Man, it's been a while since I've just like taken a mouthful of grape nuts to the face. Grape nuts. Jump. Landslides and some puddles or something. Those things. Alright, Mountain Buster. That's the other time when Mountain Buster happens, is when someone gets put into jail. Mountain Buster. Whoop. Swap. Puddles. Rocks, Mountain Buster, Landslide.
Why would every rock target me? What did I do to
Let's see,
them?
healed. They're like, get that guy. It's gonna be Mountain Buster soon. After these jails go out, Mountain Buster. Keyhole. Stomp, stomp. Jails.
Puddle drop it far back. Well,
Upheaval.
I got you.
Stomp, stomp. Left hook. And some puddles. Circle rocks are the next thing. Jump in. Watch that. Get to the middle. To the explosion. Stay here. Buster since his ads are up. Get his ads. Bombs, landslides. Get to the safe rock. Then a Mountain Buster. As soon as those ads are down, we're gonna swap. Jails and then a Mountain Buster. Jump, knock back direction. Bait the landslide. Build the rock. Mountain Buster soon. Puddles.
Out and in.
Yeah, now stay out and then second puddle scan. Another landslide or just no, first mountain. 3 rocks. To the third set of rocks. Landslides. Now the third rock. And then get to the first. I don't have a shirt for this one, so I'm just trying out the tank stance. We got another set of jails soon. This is kill the south holder. Kill this holder. Heals up, we're gonna drop a puddle. Run out when you get the puddle. Stack up tight. Alright, now get south and hug the edge. Hug the edge. Alright, all cooldowns. Okay, now reposition the boss. Mountain Buster. Mountain Buster soon. Now the second set of ads. Yeah, this is the LT. Landslides. Mini landslides. Ah! Well, I'm dead, but...
So much.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, indeed. Spread.
Spread. Knock back this if you can.
Oh.
Well,
Almost dead.
Yep.
Oh, you got fucking tank busted.
And that's actually like that's the hardest part of the fight. Once you get past, I'm gonna take this res. What are you?
There's still so much left.
It's like 12%.
I like that you did the table flip on you, but it like didn't reduce your health. It just faded the black.
It's like we cannot show this for censorship reasons.
Oh. Hold on, I forgot to pre-pull my card. Alright. You can go. Yeah. Sure, as we optimize more, we won't even get anywhere close to that. Oh.
I don't want to talk about it.
Puddles.
I'll pretend I didn't see anything.
Table flip. Bops. And then jump. Landslides, then
Goals.
jails, then Mount Buster, upheaval, stomps.
Should we jump?
No,
Yeah, I don't know what I said.
Mount Buster.
Might be worth if we're down a person right at the beginning.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I got broken out like in the middle of the 3 landslides. There was no way I was getting out of that.
Rest in peace.
So when that happens, you have enough time usually to pop swift cast or sure cast as soon as
Can I
get...
survive that damage from 3 of them?
It doesn't matter because even if you die, you can get rezzed because
Sure,
you're
sure.
still on the platform.
That's fair.
Elusive jump off. It teleports me down to the floor.
Yeah, you don't even get to see like yourself spiraling through midair. It's like, you entered the death zone.
Oh, no, I'm still jumping backwards. Just, I'm already dead.
Oh, that hit me.
numbers. Puddles or something. Landslide, then jails. People. Come out. Then oh no.
No, I'm just
Jails. Oh, wait. Oh yeah. Sorry. Cluster shortly. Did the jails go out? Cool. Bombs. Oh, jumps. Puddles, then jail. Bombs. Puddles. Next, circle bombs. Punch right here. Alright. Punch. Landslide, but not happening. Then here's odd. And landslide. Buster. Like that. Rock. Landslide. Safe rock.
oh my god, I'm a fool.
Buster.
Where'd I live?
Sniff up.
Oh,
The weight. Tank swap.
I got the rose.
don't die, Carrot.
Souls. Top this man.
Alright, the knockback. The 3 rows of bombs. Swap. Now's the first one.
Let me go to the third one.
Go to the third one.
Hit the landslide
Fade the
first.
landslide. Oh my fuck. The thing was like every spot I could run. Good luck.
Immediately
I got the rose. Watch the DPS getting punched. I got you. Top one down.
Alright, now kill the south. Kill the south bomb. Kill the south bomb.
Oh, I got you.
Out. Get back into the spot. Stack as far south as possible. Kill that bomb.
Be tight.
And big cooldowns for this landing.
Oh, I can't.
Alright, pull him a little closer to the edge. There's going to be a jail next. Oh, nope, it's the ads. My bad. That's... Now this is where you LB the ads. You want to do it pretty much as they spawn. You might get locked in place for that.
Oh, you got lucky.
Nope. No, never lucky.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, the only safe timing for that is as the puddles, or as you see them spawning. There's enough time before the next mechanic you have to dodge.
Oh, rolls. Oh, we didn't separate far enough. We got the buff.
Yep. That's the biggest problem.
I'll move that one marker up a little bit, just.
Where are we stacking for the landslides right after that clusterfuck? Because it killed a couple people there.
So when all the bombs spawn, you stack on the south bomb.
Right.
And then you dodge off it as soon as those things spawn. And then you run back onto it. As soon as those puddles are gone, the next thing that's going to happen is you need to kill the bomb before it bursts, or no, it's gonna, because the bombs explode and Titan lands at the same time. So if you take damage from both, you'll definitely die.
Come with me. Yeah, we're close. I think once we get past that last set of bombs, we're basically in the clear to punch him till he dies.
We just gotta get those ads, the first set ads down faster so we don't end up with that weird ass switching.
That certainly would help.
I find this very easy to do on Summoner because the ads spawn right when Phoenix phases up, and you're like, yes. Or actually, the first one is Bahamut phase. Oh, that was a crit. That was a auto attack.
Alright, cast it there.
We're gonna have to swap at a weird time.
Oh, I got so lucky on that landslide. No.
I already took it if you want sure.
Oh, so much for full wide. Maybe it'll be back up. Half the arena with bombs. Mountain Buster. Then landslide. Bombs explode. Jails. Mountain Buster.
Oh, Essential Dig just came up.
No, not jumped yet. Stomp. Bye. Puddles. Jails. Circle rocks. Your spot's going to be a little south of C. Careful when tanking the safe spot is small. Landslide. Yikes. Safe folder. Landslide, Mount Buster. Those ads. Flop. Jail.
Everything's fine.
Mount Buster.
Titan does not like you. I've not been jailed like once in the last 5 pulls.
Dead end. Gonna jump puddles soon. Flop. Flop. Puddles.
Very smooth.
Next. All rocks. Buster. Three rooms.
Landslide first.
Back. Yep. Swap.
Oh my. I tried to get you off there. That essentially crit.
The soft rock. Drop puddle, stack up tight. Stack up tight. Back in. Get to the edge of the arena. Shields and shit.
Wouldn't it be just slightly easier just to stay stacked mid and then move to the safe spot as the landsides land?
Me. Get ready to LB.
Alright. Congrats, can't you get some cards?
They're still on
After this. Oh,
Coming back.
that is rough with anyone dead.
Let's jump.
Okay. I don't think you have a choice.
Oh,
I want to
cuts-
jump.
He seems low there. Do you have to kill the second set of hands?
Yeah,
Yes.
probably, yeah.
Yes, you do.
Oh, they're tethered to him. Oh, but that's just damage up.
What do you mean that's just damage up?
Literally, a tank will die with Mountain Buster.
I mean, you know, worthy sacrifices and all.
This is our last pull.
Keep expecting different shit to happen because I'm like flashing back to Ulu. Like those mountain busters would normally just murder tanks.
Or triple cast that.
Back then I was just straight fly, even had Swiftcast. Not everybody had it then. What do you mean I got a level white mage?
Yeah, I do not envy you legacy players, man. The job leveling system is fucking really weird.
What was worse was the server's architecture was garbage at the time, so everyone was operating with basically like 800 millisecond lag.
Don't get me before Aspect of Helios wears off. No. That's that.
You expecting that to drop off before the next one?
I was not expecting to still have it. We killed the first phase too fast.
I'm sorry.
I don't believe your sincerity there.
That hurt.
Yeah, that also came at a weird time. Usually it comes right now.
You know, ask us to slow you.
Damn
Oh,
it.
no.
No, that's a wipe.
Well, not necessarily. It's just very, very hard now.
Yeah, one of the DPS would have to take ads and we'd have to heal for our lives.
And I would have to clear my stacks by getting killed, and then I would have to take a 3-stack later in the fight.
You survived a 3-stack just now. And then you can...
No, that was a 2-stack.
Oh, right. You take your 2-stack, and then you can super your 3-stack and hope you kill everything.
Anyway, some people got to go to bed because they're easty coasts, but thank you all for sticking around and spending some time. Hopefully I'll have something by tomorrow on whether or not we'd like to get you into the actual raid progression tomorrow. Have you cleared 9? You said you haven't cleared anything, right?
Yeah, I haven't really fucked with this tier at all. I've got gear. I just have to get melded. I'm flexible to go between White Mage and Ast. I might just switch between them at will if I feel like it. Really
Fair
just
enough.
depends on what the other healer wants to do.
I'm pretty sure Kanata wants to just cast Scholar spells.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
Head to bed. Good night.
All right, I'm out too. Good night.
All right.